You fiend, you pretend to act in the name of the gods, tyrannizing and abusing your power, treating human lives like they're worthless. Because of you, all of Dongying is now a land of bones and corpses. Today I hunt this beast on behalf of the people, and I shall take your head to bring comfort to the common people. Dishen, you can't kill me. I am the Earth Guardian of Dongying. I was appointed as a divine emissary by the Jade Emperor Haotian. If the king slays a divine emissary, it's still a divine emissary that gets slain. Wenzhang, behead him. The Earth Guardian of Dongying. With his death, the celestial court lost a thread of fortune. Who did it? So it was him at the Earth's core. Humph, the investiture of the gods approaches. Yet this human king chooses not to enjoy a few more years of earthly luxury, but instead comes to cause trouble for my celestial court. He's really seeking his own demise. Destruction by fate is the will of heaven. What can mere mortals do? If I calculate the cycles of fate, it should be about time for a rebellion in the Northern Sea. Northern Sea Rebellion. As soon as King Wen and King Zhou leave Kayaj, the human dynasty will become the plaything in the hands of the Lord of Yuxu Palace. But since Zishu dares to slay a divine emissary from heaven, we can't just pretend we didn't see it either. That's right. You, Dishen, have some nerve. Dishen, you're really bold. How dare you kill a divine emissary and steal the fortune of my celestial court? Aren't you afraid I'll punish you? Those so-called divine emissaries you sent are nothing but beasts. 100 years ago, Dongyang suffered a great drought. The death spirits devoured the crops across hundreds of miles, leaving the land filled with starving corpses. 80 years ago, the death spirits, for their own cultivation, devoured an entire village, elders and children alike. 30 years ago, the death spirits drank up all water across hundreds of miles, causing a severe drought in the surrounding region, with only 1 in 10 villages left standing. And you still call that a divine emissary? Well, from today on, I'll slaughter all those beasts myself. If you have the guts, come down from the heavens and fight me. If not, just crawl back to the celestial court, without your divine emissaries to shield you. When humanity was still wild and primitive, living like savages, eating raw flesh and drinking blood, no different from animals. If humankind has achieved all we are today, it's all because of the gift from the ancient gods. You failed to respect the gods who came before. All of Great Shang will know no peace ever again. The Shang dynasty still has several decades of fortune left. If I make a move against the Earth's core now, I'll certainly be hit by a backlash of fate. The investiture of the gods is about to begin. I can't let others steal my opportunities. Yes, if mankind is what it is today, it's truly all thanks to the ancient gods. So just wait and see. I'm going to cut down every one of these parasites. You dare, I don't need to listen to your nonsense. The only truth under Haotian is the edge of a sword. You fear severely wounding the fortune of my grand empire, and don't dare descend to the mortal world. So just keep being a coward. The Jade Emperor hides in the celestial court and won't show his face. There's nothing shameful about getting through this calamity of the investiture. How does he know my intentions? Truly arrogant. Have you forgotten what happened to Shaji? All for the sake of earthly fortune. He incited mankind to slaughter each other. Such filthy and base schemes. Of course I haven't forgotten. But unfortunately, I am not a Shaji. Listen clearly. Earth's fortune belongs to humankind. Starting today, I'm taking it all back from you. Dishen. I'm just waiting for the day you kneel and beg for forgiveness. Well, I'm waiting too. Though it might be you who ends up kneeling. Why is there so much anger? Didn't Dishen plead guilty? Plead guilty? He says he wants to kill all the divine emissaries on Earth. What? Who gives him the nerve? Now that the Shang dynasty's luck is at its peak, it's not convenient for us to attack or accuse him, since he wants to slay the divine emissaries. Let it be as he wishes. Someone, deliver my imperial decree. Slay the wild boar demon. Mortal fortune will return. Reward postnatal virtue. Bestow the Zhuanyuan sword. The Zhuanyuan sword was formerly known as the Witch Slayer. Originally the sword of the demon emperor, forged with the blood of humankind and copper from Shushan. Made specifically for battling the bodies of the ancestral witches. Emperor Zhuanyuan renamed it the Zhuanyuan sword. It is a sacred weapon for the human race. It's been 10 years since I came to this world. I finally awakened and claimed my prize. The novice gift pack has been distributed. That's right, I'm a transmigrator. 10 years ago, I traveled to the world of investiture of the gods and became the king of the human world, lord of the Shang dynasty. I thought I could use modern knowledge to reform Shang and build a mighty empire.
Take the classic of mountains and seas and conquer the world.
But to my surprise, this world is ruled by immortals and gods. Immortals high above, gods worshipped by all, are the true masters of this world. In the eyes of the immortals and gods, humans are nothing but ants. As king, all I ever did was either worship the immortals or prepare offerings. Otherwise, if the gods were angered, they would punish us, slaughter whole villages, flood entire cities, and even replace me as king. Fortunately, like other transmigrators, I have my own cheat system, a system called Lord of Fortune. But the system can only activate when enough fortune is gathered. Damned system, just to activate you. For 10 years, I've worked tirelessly, never paused for a moment. What damned gods and immortals? I endured for 10 years, but now I finally don't have to anymore. My king, are we really going to go to war with the celestial court? That's right, I've been waiting 10 years for this battle. Grand Preceptor, Tongshan Saint made you stay in the mortal world for decades. All for this very day, didn't he? So the king knew all along. This old subject is willing to die for great Shang. The days of the immortals and gods are over. This is the Zhuanyuan sword. How did the Zhuanyuan sword end up in your hands, my king? Third brother, what are you looking for? Where's my Zhuanyuan sword? How could such a great sword like Zhuanyuan just vanish? Strange. I can't make sense of it at all. In all of heaven and earth, who could possibly take the Zhuanyuan sword from us without a sound or trace? Could it be the Lord Daozu himself? The king of Shang is guilty of blaspheming the gods, a crime beyond pardon. From today, divine emissaries may no longer force the mortal world. Any citizen of Shang who disobeys will suffer heavenly punishment without mercy. Heaven's wrath will never forgive. From this day forth, the people of Shang will suffer heaven's condemnation forever. Li Shen didn't go offer incense at the Nuwa temple, so why did he go and infuriate Hao Tian? The fate of the world has shifted. Who knows whether my elder brother and our people will have good or ill fortune? I can't foresee the fate of humankind anymore. What on earth happened in the human realm? The three of us are imprisoned here, so the only hope for humanity rests with this last human king. Hao Tian really can't sit still anymore. If I offered you face, but you refuse to accept it, then I'll just have to fight you again. Wenjiang, transmit a message to all generals of Great Shang across the 9 provinces. Today you shall carry out your king's decree. Any deity in Shang territory who refuses to protect humanity shall be executed. The fate of the mortal world has changed. Master, has this beast lost its mind? He actually killed a divine envoy from heaven. Interesting. The fortune of the great Shang has risen. The Fengshan era is about to begin. Shouldn't the destiny of the central Shang be declining by now? 2 major festivals are approaching. Heaven's will is in chaos. Even I can't calculate the reason. I'm just following orders to Ziki. The fate of Great Shang was determined long ago. Let me check the dates. It's time to offer incense at the Nuwa temple. Guang Chengzi, you need to go to the mortal world. As long as Wenjiang remains in chaos, my plan will be difficult to carry out. He is a disciple of Ji sect. There's no excuse. You must not kill indiscriminately. Master wants a way to lure him out of chaos. Has the understanding come? Would it be so bad to just go with the flow like the old man? Senior brother, here's your opportunity. The king killed a god. He's angered the deity. Who will protect us now? How can mortals offend the gods? It's over, it's over. Heavenly punishment is coming. What is the king planning to do? The king is finally taking action. Husband, why would the king defy the Jade Emperor? In the past 10 years, the king has educated the world and invented countless creations. He even personally visited the people, promoting those ingenious farming tools. Yet the common folk are still worshipping. These parasitic beings who drain the mortal world's fortune. If I were in his shoes, I'd kill them too. But I still think it's not that simple. The king has endured for 10 years. I'm afraid something big is about to happen. Let's kill that troublemaking demon in the water first. These damned beasts. We may slaughter them all, but chaos may break out in the mortal world. That's right, even though the king's fame has spread for years, in the hearts of the people, the heavenly authority still exists. With this move from the Jade Emperor, the masses may fall into terror. It will ruin Shang's national destiny. This is the legendary Zhuanyuan sword. Under the king's order, any god who refuses to protect humanity shall be killed without mercy. This really is the Zhuanyuan sword. How did the king get the Zhuanyuan sword? Since the king gave the order, let's wipe out these false deities. Now things are getting interesting. The Zhuanyuan sword has somehow come into the king's hands. Looks like Zhuanyuan is getting involved in the god-conferred war. After the great tribulation of deification, the human king will be demoted to son of heaven. The human race is making a desperate move. Akio. There's a heavenly seal on the Huyan cave. We can only sense changes in the mortal world's fate, and that heavenly mandate from Haoshan, but not what actually happened. Now that the destiny era is near, the fate of the world is in even greater disorder. Let's hope the future of humanity won't be as tragic as the Wu or Yang races. No crying. When will someone come and rescue this old man? Stop dreaming. This place is protected by Heaven's seal. Unless you have a saint's heavenly order, not even a golden immortal can get in. I'm suffocating in here. It's because we lost to those immortals and gods. King, the common people are injured and frightened by Haoshan's mandate, and the national fortune may change. Frightened? Congratulations, host. The 4 Mo generals have slain a green snake demon. The human world's fortune has returned. You are awarded the art of mortal victory against the odds. Jiang Guifang has killed a black bear demon. Award, the art of fate blocking. Kang Xuan has slain a bull demon. Award, 1 pot of 9-turn gold elixir. Here it comes. Where's my own pot of 9-turn gold elixir? The art of mortal victory against the odds. The art of fate blocking, 1 pot of 9-turn gold elixir. This system's rewards are too generous. As long as mortal fortune returns, I will have countless rewards. So why fear the immortals and gods? But for now, I should stabilize the people's hearts. Don't let Haoshan's mind game truly destroy us. My people's fortune. There's no need to panic. The people are afraid of gods. It's hard to break that mindset. Actually, what scares them isn't the gods. But what happens after the gods are gone? Who will be responsible for the order of the world? System, claim the art of mortal victory against the odds. From today, I will stand for the world with this sword alone. People of Great Shang, raise your heads and look at me. That's the king. Was that the king who tore up the Jade Emperor's decree? The king is even stronger than the Jade Emperor. His Dharma body has grown several times bigger. Quick, look! General Zhang just killed a local god. Even our generals are that powerful? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Dishen is trampling my reputation under his foot, crushing it hard. Where does he get his nerve? Where did he learn his spells? How did he get the Zhuanyuan sword? Your Majesty, calm your anger. The destiny war is approaching. We must not lose our composure. Soon enough, the heart of the land will become your servant. This mortal fortune. If he wants it, just let him have it. The title of human king will soon disappear from history. Golden Mother is right. Since I chose not to intervene in the destiny war, I must not be provoked by Dishen. I am afraid the sage of Janao Island is behind this, plotting against Dishen. I'll let you run wild for a few days. My elder brothers are plotting against me again. The Zhuanyuan sword should have been with Ji Zhuanyuan, locked away in the Huyan cave. How did it fall into Dishen's hands? This god-conferred war is getting more and more interesting. Master, you've always taught us to keep our doors shut. Respectfully sending off 3 weights of Scutellaria bacalensis. Heading to the western lands. People named on the god-conferred list. Why are you so interested in Dishen? Silly disciple, I can't take on 5 at once. So all I can do is make you keep your doors shut. But our G-Sex doctrine is to seize a single thread of destiny. I don't want to leave things to fate either. To take on 5 at once. Facing the 6 sages, isn't it 5 against me? The God-conferred war is targeting us. Silly disciple, when the myriad immortals come to pay respects, if you don't go on the God-conferred list, who will? Oh, right. The human race will be right there with you. People of great Shang, this deity calls itself the Earth God. It accepts your incense. It eats the offerings you give. You pray for rain in spring farming. You pray for a bountiful harvest in autumn. You bow your heads in mourning and grief. All must kneel and bow their heads. When you suffer drought, it stands by and does nothing. When you face floods, it watches coldly. When your children are harassed by evil spirits, it only wants incense offerings. It never shows a shred of kindness. Do you think I was wrong to kill it? No, it was right. Today I ask you all, in the distant past, the human race had no immortals or gods. My ancestors, the Shuren, made fire by drilling wood to drive away the cold and beasts. They built tombs for safety and built their lives. Xianong tasted all kinds of herbs to save people, while Zhuanyuan set laws and rules. They taught and enlightened the people. At that time, there were no immortals or gods showing mercy. No spirits bestowed blessings. The human race carved out its own path with its own hands, and built their homes with their own flesh and blood. The fertile fields before you, they were plowed and developed by your own efforts, not by divine grace. The sweet springs you drink from were claimed by you through toil and hardship, not given by the gods. The clothes you wear are from your own generations of silkworm raising, not a gift from any god. Everything you created with your own hands. What does it have to do with the gods? Immortals and gods are nothing but parasites stealing the luck of the human race. Today I decapitate this divine envoy. It's not God slaying. It's severing the 1,000-year-old chains from millions of humans, ripping apart the falsehood of divine power. Your Majesty, we people of Great Shang are born humans. We should stand tall and proud. Never worship immortals who steal our fortune. Never kneel to gods who feast on blood. From today onward, you no longer need to kneel or kowtow before any idol. In Great Shang, we believe in people, not gods. We honor kings, not the heavens. Your Majesty is wise and enlightened, awakening the people. The fortune of the human world is returning. Reward, 1 drop of Pangu's essence blood. A dish of beef tendon, Niu beef tendon. Ow, it hurts so much. Who ambushed me? Believe only in people, not gods. Honor only the king, not the heavens. What nerve. 500 years ago, Xia Ji disrespected the ancestral gods and tried to forge an immortal holy land. I bestowed a divine decree, the destiny blackbird, who descended to give birth to Shang. That's how Tang of Shang conquered Ji. It seems the royal family of Shang has already forgotten. They are just disciples selected, chosen by me to manage humans for the immortal sect Dishin. I was even planning to save you a spot on the investiture of gods list. But you dared to touch mortal fortune. So only complete destruction awaits you. You will never reincarnate for all eternity. Honor only the king, not the heavens. Senior brother, it seems my schemes are not even needed. This mortal is even more self-destructive than Shaji. It's a pity this person has no connection to my Western paradise, which may not be a bad thing, since our Western paradise isn't a junkyard. Not all trash is accepted. Guang Chengzi has already been sent to the North Sea. Soon the Northern Sea will rebel. When Zhang will definitely leave Zhaoji. Then we'll just go along with the tide and help Yuanxi a little. Nua's birthday is coming up. Rest assured, senior brother. I've already made an arrangement with Taoist Ding Guangshen. Now that this mortal has angered the heavenly emperor, Taishang doesn't interfere with worldly affairs. The only support left for the humans is Nua. As long as we get him to anger Nua, of the 6 heavenly saints, only Tongshen still sides with the human race. To face 5 alone, even Lingbao Qianzun can't manage that. Honor only the king, not the heavens. This is rebellion. Truly rebellion. Your Majesty, the calamity of the investiture of gods is coming. Anyone who touches it will be doomed forever. The Golden Mother can hardly endure anymore. Your Majesty will eventually become the one who controls the investiture of gods. You must not act on impulse. Hopefully, your majesty won't step out of the southern heaven gate again.
What?
Master, are we really going to help that troublemaker? Disciple thinks we should keep our distance from the great Shang. Honoring only the king, not the heavens, is madness. Even more arrogant than me, Lei Yu. This mortal is getting more and more interesting to me. But my senior brother's plan will probably start soon. Mortal, I hope you can surprise me. Hear my command. If Great Shang needs help, give your full support. On Futong. The Yi tribe of the North Sea now has a chance to redeem itself. News from the Western Key. A new saint has appeared among humans. Someone is needed to rise up and fight against the oppression of Great Shang. If you can hold back the armies of Great Shang, I'll reserve a piece of fertile land for you in the east. Yuan Futong respectfully obeys the immortal's decree. Is this our chance? We're finally leaving this bitter, cold land. The lands of the 9 provinces. We must claim them. March to Zhaoj. General, what's going on with His Majesty? He hasn't stopped laughing since he killed the gods. Maybe the king is truly happy for the people, now that all 4 generals have slain the gods. Our people no longer live in fear of divine power. Living in such fear, it's truly something to celebrate, but this it's really a bit too happy. General Yu Hua of the Bishui Pass killed the divine envoy. Reward, unlimited Longya rice seeds. Li Jing killed the divine envoy. Reward, simplified version of the 8-9 arcane art. No need for immortal roots. Everyone can now practice cultivation. The 4 demonic generals killed the divine envoy. Reward, 10 drops of Pangu's essence blood. I never thought that, in just 3 days, the generals of Great Shang have already slain over 1,000 gods. Simplified 8-9 arcane art. Longya rice seeds, Pangu's blood. And all sorts of arrays tailored for humans, as well as pill refining and cultivation techniques. With all these rewards, I finally have the confidence to face the disaster of the investiture of gods. Claim them all. Let me taste this 9-turn golden pill first. This is the pressure of a golden immortal. How did His Majesty suddenly gain the power of a golden immortal? It really is a 9-turn golden pill. It can make someone a golden immortal instantly. A pill like this. I now have a whole gourd of them, but as many rewards as I've got, there's still nothing compared to the saints. Right now I still need to boost the fortune of the human race. Wenzhong, hear my command. From today I appoint you as Grand Marshal of the North. Take 200,000 soldiers to pacify the North Sea and suppress the rebellion. If the North Sea Yi tribes refuse to surrender, kill them all. Keeping them will only endanger the 9 provinces. Rebellion? What rebellion? Of course, it's a plot to draw you out of Zhaoj. Draw me out of Zhaoj? Of course, Elder Grand Preceptor. The investiture of gods has begun? Even the king of Fengshen knows about the investiture of the gods? Of course I know. The rebellion in the North Sea is the beginning of the investiture of the gods. I command all under heaven, slaying those lowly rogue deities. It was all to prepare for this war that will sweep across the 3 realms. If we lose this battle, the human race will become slaves to the immortals and gods, and we will never rise again. Report. Reporting to your majesty. The Northern Marquis has reported. The North Sea has rebelled. The 72 rebel lords, with Yuan Futong at the head, are extremely powerful. They're preparing to attack Beijing, requesting your majesty to send troops for support. What? They're really rebelling. Your majesty actually foresaw this? Now, with the festival of enlightenment approaching, heavenly secrets are in chaos. Even sages can't do this. Those North Sea monsters actually dare to rebel. Back then, the North Sea suffered 3 years of heavy snow. If it hadn't been for the late king providing them with clothes and food, they would have died out long ago. What ungrateful beings. Every man for himself, and heaven and earth will destroy you. If someone offers great profits, of course they will betray their benefactor. Even their own kingdom. Offered great profits? Do you mean even those lofty immortals? Your majesty, rest assured. They're nothing but a bunch of worthless rabble. This old minister only needs half a year to pacify the North Sea. Half a year, Grand Preceptor? If you go like this, you won't be back for at least 10 years. By the time you return, I'll be long dead.
10 years?
You underestimate me, Your Majesty. Even 8 years is not short. In the destiny of the investor of the gods, Wenjong enters the Earth's core, spent 7 years campaigning against the North Sea, and only returned after 20 years. 8 years is actually less, Grand Preceptor. It's not that you're weak. It's that the forces behind the North Sea are too strong. Now the fortune of Great Shang's at its peak. Immortals at the golden immortal level or above will be countered by our national destiny, and cannot descend to the mortal realm. Whoever commands more celestial immortals will be the victor. Speaking of celestial immortals, the G sect, with 10,000 immortals coming to honor them. Their orthodoxy in the world is unmatched, so the sages will use every means to support the Northern Sea Lords, to attack Great Shang, and disperse our human fortune. Once that is depleted, those above golden immortal can descend to earth. Lingbao Tianzun would have to concede. Your Majesty is overthinking this. Even if above golden immortal, the other 5 sages' disciples put together still can't match our G sect. Grand Preceptor, you've forgotten one thing. Below the sages, all are mere ants. What if the sages themselves join the fight? Impossible. The sages value their status. There's no way they'd act against the younger generation. Not to mention, if a sage intervenes, it would destroy heaven and earth, and all of the primordial world would cease to exist. Nothing is impossible, my esteemed ministers. Next, our opponents will be 5 saintesses above all beings. The current strength of the human race isn't enough. I have here a special practice method, the 8-9 arcane art calculated just for humanity. You will be responsible for teaching it to all the Shang clansmen. In addition, set up an alchemy and a forging camp to make pills and magical weapons for our army. I'm going to build a massive cultivator army, the 8-9 arcane art. That's the supreme Taoist technique. It can't be practiced without true transmission. Only true disciples can practice it. Your Majesty actually possesses it. And this kind of Taoist practice, without spiritual aptitude, can't be cultivated at all. Your Majesty was able to deduce it into a method that anyone can learn. Even this old minister can understand it. Extraordinarily powerful. Wenjong gives thanks on behalf of all humans for Your Majesty's granting of this method.
Since the war against the demons,
all innate humans were slaughtered, leaving only mortals without innate roots. For a talent to emerge from ordinary humans is harder than climbing to the heavens. But this 8-9 arcane art lets the rootless humans practice cultivation. Your Majesty's merit rivals the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors. With this 8-9 arcane art, why should humanity fear the immortals or gods? And this is only the beginning. I also have other martial arts that reach for the stars and dominate the ages. In terms of killing power, they far surpass the 8-9 arcane art. You are to teach them together. This old minister will gather the army at once to practice the 8-9 arcane art, reform our forces, and subdue the North Sea. I take my leave. Bill Yan Shuki, you 2 will inspect the 9 provinces and set up martial arts halls in each province to educate the people and spread martial arts throughout the land. By Gan and Shangrong, I have spiritual springs here, 3,000 in total. You 2 will travel the land, dig spirit canals, and distribute the springs nationwide. These 3,000 spirit springs gush endlessly, providing enough water for millions of Shang citizens. Minister Shang Maibo and Yang Ren. I have 1 million caddies of dragon tooth rice seeds and the cultivation methods to give to both of you to promote across the land. From this day on, the people of Shang will eat no common grains, but spiritual rice. We receive the order, Your Majesty. And me? Almost forgot General Wang. General Huang, you'll of course stay in Zhaoj to watch over the court for me. Staying in Zhaoj is good, because I will lead the army myself. You mustn't. When Your Majesty reformed the army, according to the 4 symbols and 28 mansions, The great army was divided into 7 Eastern Asia dragon armies, 7 Western white tiger armies, 7 Southern vermilion bird armies, and 7 Northern black tortoise armies. You azure dragon armies are the strongest in Shang. Today, by royal decree, I pass on these teachings to you. There's only one requirement: loyalty. You must be loyal.
His Majesty is giving you a chance to become immortals.
What a great favor that is. Back then we sought the way and immortality, traveling through mountains and rivers, and only learned a handful of crude tricks. You all must cherish this opportunity. Please be assured, Your Majesty. Quiet your minds and focus. I shall begin passing on the 8-9 arcane art. I was wrong. Anyone who wants to serve our great Shang, anyone interested in signing up, come here to register. You are all welcome to sign up here. The king will establish martial halls in each province to teach martial arts techniques to common people. Everyone can cultivate. Every province will host martial tournaments. The outstanding will be selected and granted official positions. This is dragon tooth rice, food eaten by immortals. The king seized it from the immortals and distributed it to the people of Great Shang. You must cultivate it with care. Everyone can cultivate. This is dragon tooth rice. How is this possible? How did the mortal world's fate become so powerful? Strange. The mortal world's fate suddenly increased dozens of times. I used to be able to deduce events in the mortal world, but now the fate is so powerful. It has already blocked the destiny of the mortal realm. It's hard to predict. Now the investor of the gods is about to begin. The fate of Great Shang hasn't diminished but increased. This isn't good. I must speed things up. It keeps growing. Why does mortal fate keep increasing endlessly? Destiny descends. If this continues, sooner or later, even my heavenly court will become Great Shang's territory. Edict from the sage. Your Majesty, why did the sage send a message? The primeval sage told me a way to break the mortal world's fate. The primeval sage told me a method to counter mortal fate. What method? He orders me to have all heavenly envoys leave Great Shang and escape to Ziki. At the same time, spread the message, Phoenix sings in Ziki. A sage has appeared in the west. The Shang king is foolish. Great Shang is cruel. The dynasty is destined for destruction. Your Majesty, you said, you would never interfere with the investiture. You said you'd hide until it ended. The earth core draws closer step by step. I can't hide anymore. Just once. After this one time, I will tightly shut the south heavenly gate and never ask about the investiture again. Issue my decree. Mortal deities obey. The Shang king is cruel to mortals. A sage has appeared in the west. My heavenly envoys. Don't hide in the shadows anymore. Don't wait for Great Shang's slaughter. Go to Ziki. Go assist the new sage. Declaring Ziki as heaven's mandate. Heavenly court's punishment. The great heavenly venerable has ordered us to escape from Great Shang. Will Ziki give us a place to stay? A sage has appeared in the west. When we arrive there, we deities will surely get the respect we deserve. That's right, the great heavenly venerable said. Ziki still devoutly worships deities and doesn't dare show the slightest disrespect. The Duke of the West, Ji Chang, is known for his benevolence. Ziki never neglects the gods. They worship every year. They make offerings every year. Even roadside earth deity temples are lavishly decorated. Isn't the earth core supposed to slay gods? Alright, let's go to Ziki. Make Ziki flourish even more. Let Yinshang fall into decline. Then people will naturally understand. It's not that gods can't leave humanity, but that humanity can't live without gods. Go, hurry. Don't let Great Shang's generals find us. Cruel to the extreme. When Ziki rules the world, those fishermen of Yinshang, those who cheered for the earth core, they'll regret it. They'll kneel before us and beg for forgiveness. Your Majesty, reports from Ziki. Last night, a great number of divine lights descended on Mount Qi. The Duke of the West personally welcomed them. Haoshan never learns his lesson. But this scheme doesn't seem like his style. I bet someone in Jade Void Palace gave this advice. After eating incense from the mortal realm for so many years, do you really think you can leave whenever you want? Go wild for me.
And
You were hiding just fine. Why did you come out to get yourselves killed? Damn Earth Core. When one envoy dies, heaven's luck flows back to the mortal realm. What power is this? It can actually seal off immortals' powers in the mortal world. Could this be the power of fate? Command to all generals. Kill them all. Leave none alive. Northern expedition is imminent. I will use thousands of envoys within Great Shang as sacrifices for the flag. Kill the green snake demon and reward with ancestral dragon blood. Kill the deer demon and reward with killing blood. Kill the red rooster spirit and reward with phoenix blood. Kill the yellow weasel and reward with fragments of martial laws. I, Heoshin, am troubled finding these demons. Ghosts, thank you for tricking them out. What a great gift you send me. What? The great heavenly venerable betrayed us. Dixon, how dare you slander me so viciously? I regret not eating more boys and girls back then. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Old man is willing to pledge loyalty to the great mountain. I don't want to die. My 300 years of cultivation. How could it end at the hands of humans? Killing another one isn't good. The luck of the human realm rises again. A chosen one has descended. A chosen one has descended. It's over, it's over. My heavenly court just lost 1/10 of its fortune. This is the fortune I painstakingly built up since the great war of the sorcerers and demons. I worked so hard for this fortune until now. Your Majesty, seal the southern heavenly gate. Don't interfere with the matter of investiture of the gods anymore. The great calamity of the investiture? It's not us who should be worried. It's those who created a slaughter disaster. Chan sect. The 12 golden immortals are just waiting for the 2 saints from the west to fish in troubled waters. If even Yusu Palace loses, what good would it do for you to intervene? Jinmu is right. My Tao heart is thrown into chaos. Convey my decree. From today on, the southern heavenly gate is sealed. Heavenly soldiers and generals are forbidden to get involved in the investiture of the gods. Useless fool. If it weren't for the Tao ancestors speaking up, you, a lump of chaotic stone, could never become the Jade Emperor. Master, the Shang and Tang bloodline is all mortal. No spiritual roots. They can't cultivate. We confirmed this back when he was chosen. How does Dixon have magical power now? That's not magic power. I can't sense any change in the magic power on Earth. It's probably an unknown great Tao law. Back when Father Pangu split heaven and earth, he took 3,000 great Tao laws from the chaos gods and demons and infused them into the primal world. They became the laws of heaven. In the earliest times, we primordial gods comprehended different heavenly laws. This resulted in the struggle between Taoists and demons. Later, the Tao ancestors seeking the law of immortal Tao merged with heaven's laws and became Hongjun, the supreme Tao ancestor. From then on, the law of immortals became the rightful path in the primal chaos. But there are still 3,000 laws scattered in the world. These laws are suppressed by the law of immortals, making them unable to manifest. Dixon probably comprehended one of these laws. How could Dixon encounter such a great opportunity? First, the Zhuanyuan sword. Now this magical power that can seal magic. This probably isn't his own fortune. But someone is manipulating things from behind the scenes. Could it be Uncle Tongshan? But the Zhuanyuan sword is not in Tongshan's hands. Only the leader of the human sect who controls human fortune can retrieve the Zhuanyuan sword from Huyan Cave. So it's Grandmaster Taisheng. These divine emissaries can die for all I care. They're just parasites Heoshin rears among mortals, feeding off human fortune. The most important thing right now is still to support the Beihai barbarians, to attack Shang, drain Yinshang's national strength. As soon as Yinshang's power is exhausted, it will be time for us to descend and subdue King Zhou. Beihai will drag the Shang into hell.
disciple.
At your command, Atru. Just now, the luck of the entire human world actually stopped. It detached from the frequency, taking control of the bass. How could anyone have such a power? Even I can't calculate Dixon's fate. I am still the leader of the human sect, in charge of human fortune. Heavenly I-49. One vanishes without trace. Could he be the one who vanished? One. Good cursing, good killing. This King Ren is just to my liking. I hesitated before, but now, fighting against 5 alone. I too don't mind giving it a try.
Disciples.
From today on, you will listen to Master Wen's orders. Understood. Fellow Taoist Dingguang, your opportunity has come. Dingguang Immortal greets Sage Junti. Now that Nuwa is unwilling to descend and support the investiture of the gods, as long as you can make the human king disgusted, that will be a great contribution. The human king is blessed with fortune. Malicious attacks will be neutralized by fortune. Only your harmonious law, neither good nor evil, can be entrusted with this great task. When Master Wen pacifies the Beihai rebellion, wait for the human king in Nuwa Palace. On the day the human king offers incense, it will be time for the sage. When will His Majesty's reinforcements arrive? Marquis has to come all the way from Zhaohe to Beihai. Even at the fastest speed, it'll take a month. A month is too late. If it really can't be helped, then we'll fight it out to the death with these treacherous beasts. A decisive battle is unavoidable. His Majesty, these Beihai Yi tribes. I don't know where they got so many elixirs and miraculous medicines. We are mere mortals. We're no match for them at all. Chang Hao, come out and meet your death. Damn it, so soon. All soldiers defend the city. Wan Futong and Yinshang have not treated you poorly. Why are you turning against them? We're all smart people here. Why bother saying such empty words? This is the prosperous land of all 9 provinces. The Shang King hasn't given us a single piece of it. And you say we've been treated well? Did you all forget? You didn't even have homes in the beginning. You were just stray dogs wandering everywhere. It was the late king who gave you a place to stay. Otherwise, you would have long since been ground into elixirs by the gods. To the victor go the spoils, and to the loser disgrace. Who doesn't want to own these fertile lands of the 9 provinces? When I reach Zhaoj and unify the mortal realm, then you will be the stray dogs. Chang Hahu, give up your resistance. The wounded reinforcements will take at least a month to arrive. Now, everything in this world is controlled by the gods. If you insist on defying the gods, there's only a path to death left for you. Is that so? Dishin, what are you doing here? Why am I here? Of course, because I am leading the troops personally. Futong, do you admit your guilt? The gods rule everything. Let me tell you today, I can't control the heavens for now. But in the mortal realm, my word is law. From today on, immortal gods are forbidden within Shang's borders. This aura, that's the pressure of a golden immortal. Impossible! The Shang royal family were chosen by the gods as the crippled spiritual root bloodline, without a cultivation root. How could you possibly practice cultivation? Cultivation? No, I train in martial arts. You slaughtered my Shang people. Your crime is unpardonable. Kill them all. How is this possible? How could their tribe have so many cultivators? You who choose to be hounds for the gods, let me show you how strong the human race is. Biao Kingly Fist. Biao Kingly Fist. All units Po Jun. Hell Va Sea Fist. Heaven and Earth Execution Spring. No, that's impossible. How can the human race be this strong? We have elixirs gifted by the gods. Quickly, take the elixirs. Hurry, take them. As long as we have them, we're immortal. Not worthy of pity. Clean up the battlefield. To the battlefield. 8-9 profound arts, sky form. Earth. I lost DDC. But you can't kill me. I bear the decree of the sage. This is the mandate of heaven, a command from Guancheng. That's the aura of Master Guangchengzi. So Chan sect really is secretly interfering. Shall this old minister invite a few masters? No need. One day I'll settle accounts with them myself. Just wait. Once I unify the mortal realm, I'll pay a visit to these so-called great sects in the Zhuanmen. Sinner Cheng Hao pays his respects. Rise, great king. You have merit in defending the city, no crime committed. From today, Beihai belongs to the great Shang. It is now the territory of my great Shang. What has happened in the mortal world, Heosha Mirror? This is the destiny of the mortal realm. How is this possible? The 4 major vassal states and 800 minor states of the mortal world, though all submitted to the great Shang, each possessed their own national destiny. Now, this Beihai is actually shrouded in the destiny of the great Shang. Could it be? It seems Yuanshi Tianzun has lost. Reporting to your majesty, news has come from the mortal realm. Dishan led the expedition personally, unifying the ancient lands of Beihai, and announced to the world the abolition of enfeoffment, implementing centralization of power. How long has it been? One originally counted on the Beihai rebellion to last 8 or 10 years, ruining the destiny of the great Shang. This actually caused the great Shang's destiny to increase even further. Is the investiture of the gods still happening? This is madness. It seems now, all the immortals and gods of the heavens underestimated this human king. The biggest variable in the current investiture of the gods' tribulation is likely no longer that sect leader of the G sect who wields the immortal slaying formation. But regardless of who wins or loses, neither you nor I need to care. After all, as long as there is a winner and a loser, someone will be on the investor list. The Golden Mother is right. Fortunately, I kept the southern heavenly gate tightly shut. Otherwise, had I followed to Beihai, who knows how much I would have suffered. But how could the army of great Shang be so strong? The Beihai rebels, supported by the Yuxu Palace, couldn't even hold out for 10 days. It's a pity I didn't use the Heoshan mirror to deduce the Beihai battle in advance. Now Beihai is obscured by the mortal realm's destiny, and what happened can no longer be calculated. But compared to those uneducated fanatics of the G sect, I would much rather have the 12 golden immortals of the Chan sect on my investiture list. True, though the G sect has many people, their quality is uneven. Most are beasts with fur and horns, born from dampness and eggs. How can they compare to the pedigree of the Chan sect's golden immortals? Now I actually hope Dishan wins. No longer worried about him stealing your heavenly court's destiny? After the investiture, when the gods take their places, the heavenly court's destiny will naturally return. Could he, Dishan, actually storm the heavenly palace? It's good that your majesty can see it that way. How can the human race be so strong? I didn't expect Dishan to dare lead the expedition personally. In just a few short days, the plans for Beihai were completely destroyed. Master, was that the 8-9 arcane art just now? If I'm not mistaken, it indeed is the 8-9 arcane art, but how is this possible? This is the supreme cultivation method of the Daoist sect. Even among the disciples of the immortal sects, few can comprehend it. These Haoshan humans who have lost their immortal roots, why does everyone know it? This does not conform to the heavenly Tao. This is not the 8-9 arcane art. The 8-9 arcane art is what I realized from the 9 turns primordial art of Father Pengu. It was realized as an immortal path cultivation method. But I did not feel the fluctuations of the immortal path's essence. Could Dishan have truly realized other laws of the heavenly Tao? Master, now that the power of the human race has suddenly become so strong, what should be done about the investiture? The timing for the investiture was fixed long ago. Beihai is just a minor variable. Minor variables can change. But the Great Tribulation is inescapable. The destiny of the Shang being destroyed is fated. I pity the human race, and do not wish to create more slaughter. Unfortunately, this human king is unwilling to submit to fate, and wants to lead the human race into hell. Since the Shang people have realized divine powers, you all need not hide anymore. Disciples, hear my command. The great Shang humans practice evil ways. Everyone has the right to punish them. Descend to the mortal world immediately. Assist the dukes of the four directions and the 800 states. Teach them the methods to slay the Shang. Enter the human race to eliminate the Shang and remove the curse. Defend the righteous path of the mortal world. Yes, master. How can the great Shang army be so strong?
Them?
Aren't they a group of Haoshan humans without immortal cultivation roots? I thought Haoshan's heavenly soldiers and generals had gone. Even Haoshan's soldiers don't know the 8-9 arcane art. And those divine powers regarding the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors. What kind of moves are those? I have practiced for billions of years. How have I never heard of them? Could they be secret methods left to the mortal world by the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors? Master, you even taught the 8-9 arcane art to Dishin. Have you learned it yourself? Number. The 8-9 arcane art is a cultivation method that we 3 brothers inherited from Father God's memories.
Its original name was the 9 turns primordial art.
It has never been passed to outsiders for billions of years. But this 9 turns primordial art is not an immortal path technique, but a supreme cultivation method, realized by Father God through the 3,000 great Taos. If there is any divine power in this great desolate land that can allow humans to break through physical constraints and become this powerful, it can only be Father God's legacy. Father Pangu's legacy? After the War of the Likes and Demons, wasn't the Pangu temple destroyed at Mount Buzhou? Could Dishin have found the ruins of the Pangu temple? The heavenly secrets are chaotic. I cannot calculate it either. But there is a secret that I have never told you. Do you know when Nua created humans and achieved sainthood through the righteous path? Where did the appearance of those humans come from? Weren't humans created by the goddess, based on her own appearance? You could say that. Or you could say otherwise, because the forms we innate deities take are actually the same as when Nua created humans. They are all imitations of Pangu's true form. So at birth, the human race possessed the innate Tao body. In just a few hundred years, they could achieve cultivation levels that other races took tens or hundreds of thousands of years to attain. Regrettably, their lifespans were limited, making it hard to achieve the great way of Hunyuan. And they ultimately became victims of the Leech War. Unifying Beihai has caused the Great Shang's destiny to skyrocket. Reward: Great Tao level martial arts. 9 Yang manual, 9 Yin manual. Great shift of heaven and earth. Great Tao level martial arts. Cultivated to the peak, they can suppress and kill immortal saints, shatter the sun and moon, and reverse the course of eternity. So occupying land can also increase national destiny. With these supreme great Tao level martial arts, the era of immortals and gods ruling everything is about to end. Great King, your old servant, has something to report. What is it? Now that Beihai is pacified, and the national destiny is flourishing, the king has only 2 princes. Have you not heard that the royal lineage is the foundation of the state? Ji Cheng, the Duke of the West, has 24 concubines and 99 sons. How can your majesty, the dignified human king, lose to a mere regional duke? Old Prime Minister, what exactly are you trying to say? I request the king to select beauties and take concubines, to expand the royal lineage of my great Shang. We second the motion. If you all have nothing better to do, then don't rest anymore. The court meeting hours are adjusted to 007. 7? What is 007? Great King, as long as you are willing to select concubines, I am willing to work. 7. We are willing too. I have heard that Su Hu, the Duke of Jizhou, has a daughter named Su Daji. She is gentle and virtuous, with a beauty that can topple cities and kingdoms. Truly a perfect match. Old Prime Minister, wait a little longer. The suppression of the Beihai rebellion is just the beginning. Next, there's a dangerous matter to deal with. A dangerous matter?
Indeed.
Nua's birthday is approaching. I will go to Nua's temple to offer incense, to congratulate this holy mother of the human race on her birthday.